In the heart of a bustling metropolis, where skyscrapers pierce the clouds like steel ambitions, lived Marcus Hale, a 32-year-old CEO of Hale Tech Innovations. Marcus was the epitome of youthful drive, sharp-suited, always connected. His days a whirlwind of board meetings, stock surges, and relentless pursuit of the next big breakthrough. He drove a sleek black sports car, a symbol of his success, but beneath the polished exterior, his life felt like an endless sprint, devoid of pause or reflection. The present is just a stepping stone to tomorrow, he'd say, ignoring the exhaustion creeping into his bones. Across town, in the shadows of those same towers, wandered Elias Grant, a 68-year-old homeless man with a mane of silver hair and eyes that held the depth of oceans. Elias had once been a professor of philosophy, but life's storms, loss of family, financial ruin, had stripped him bare. He lived by the wisdom of ages, quoting ancient sages and finding meaning in the mundane. The present is all we truly own, he'd mutter to passers-by who rarely listened. His rickety bicycle cart, filled with scavenged books and trinkets, was his only possession. One foggy morning, fate orchestrated a collision. Marcus, distracted by a heated conference call on his Bluetooth, sped through a yellow light. Elias, pedaling his car across the intersection with a load of old philosophy texts, didn't see the car until it was too late. The screech of brakes echoed as Marcus's vehicle clipped the cart, sending books flying like scattered thoughts. Elias tumbled to the ground, his frail body hitting the pavement with a thud. Marcus slammed on the brakes, his heart racing. He jumped out, phone still in hand. "What the hell? Are you okay? Look what you did to my car." His voice was sharp, laced with frustration from a sleepless night of deal negotiations. Elias groaned, pushing himself up slowly, his wrinkled hands brushing dirt from his coat. "The car? Young man, that's the least of our worries. Help an old fool up, will you?" His voice was calm, almost amused, his eyes locking onto Marcus's with an unnerving clarity. Marcus hesitated, then extended a hand, pulling Elias to his feet. Up close, the old man's gaze felt like a mirror, reflecting Marcus's harried expression back at him. "You could have been killed," Marcus said, his anger fading into concern. I didn't see you." Elias chuckled softly, wincing as he rubbed his knee. "Life's full of blind spots, son. Sometimes we crash into what we need most." He bent to gather his books, but a sharp pain shot through his back. Marcus knelt instinctively, helping collect the volumes, titles like The Art of Living and Meditations, feeling an odd pull toward the stranger. As sirens wailed in the distance, a bystander called for help. Marcus insisted on taking Elias to the hospital. "It's my fault. Let me make this right." Elias agreed, but with a knowing smile. "All right, but only if you listen to an old man's ramblings on the way." At the hospital, doctors confirmed Elias had minor bruises, but nothing broken. As they waited for discharge papers, Marcus sat by his bedside, the sterile scent of antiseptic and beeping machines a stark contrast to his high-rise office. "Why do you live like this?" Marcus asked, curiosity overriding his impatience. "You seem wise, not like someone who belongs on the streets." Elias leaned back against the pillows, his eyes twinkling. "Wisdom comes from loss, young man. I had a family once, a career teaching philosophy. But grief, losing my wife and son in an accident, broke me. I wandered, seeking meaning in the present, not in possessions. The streets taught me to live now, not for tomorrow's illusions." Marcus felt a pang in his chest. His own life was a constant chase, deals closing at midnight, vacations canceled for emergencies. "I envy that," he admitted quietly. "I'm always planning ahead. The present feels wasted if I'm not building for the future." Elias's gaze sharpened. "That's where you're wrong. The present is the only real power we have. Youth like yours is a fire, burning bright but fast. Use it to feel, to connect, not just to conquer." As they left the hospital, Marcus offered Elias money for repairs and a meal, but Elias waved it off. "Keep your money. Instead, share a coffee with me tomorrow. Let's talk more." Marcus, intrigued by this man's unshakable calm, agreed. Over the next days, their accidental meeting blossomed into an unlikely friendship. Marcus, with his youthful energy, helped Elias fix his cart and even found him temporary shelter in a community center. In return, Elias shared stories, ancient tales of mindfulness, proverbs like, "The past is a dream, the future is shadow, only the present is real." Marcus began to slow down, noticing the warmth of sunlight on his skin, the joy in a simple conversation. His relentless drive softened. He started delegating at work, taking moments to breathe. But the true change came one evening in the park. Elias, looking friendlier than usual, confessed, "I'm tired, son. These old bones ache for the energy I once had." Marcus, inspired, shared his own vitality, taking Elias on brisk walks, introducing him to modern apps for meditation, even treating him to nutrient-rich meals. Elias's eyes brightened. He moved with new spring, laughing like a man half his age. "You're giving me back my youth," Elias said, amazed. "The power of juvenility, energy, curiosity, fearlessness. I forgot how it feels." In turn, Marcus absorbed Elias's wisdom. The meaning of the present, Elias taught, is in savoring it, not rushing through. Every breath is a gift. Marcus began applying it, canceling unnecessary meetings, calling old friends, watching sunsets without checking his phone. His life gained depth as stress ebbed, replaced by a profound appreciation for now. One rainy afternoon, mirroring their first crash, Elias slipped on wet pavement. Marcus caught him, their roles reversed. "You've given me life again," Elias whispered, "and I've given you wisdom to cherish it." Their accident had indeed changed him forever. Elias, rejuvenated by Marcus's youthful vigor, started a small community group teaching philosophy to the homeless. Marcus, enlightened by Elias's wisdom, restructured his company to prioritize work-life balance. Finding joy in the present, they met often, two men bound by a crash that proved. Sometimes, a collision is the universe's way of exchanging gifts, one gaining the fire of youth, the other the serenity of wisdom. In the end, Marcus stood on his balcony, watching the city below, whispering to himself, "The present is everything." And Elias, pedaling his cart with renewed energy, smiled at the sky, feeling young at heart once more. Thank you, my dears, for watching this story till end. If you enjoyed this story, you will surely love the next one. It's as interesting and even more intriguing as can ever imagine. So do check it out. Click on the image showing on your screen right now to watch the next one.